Hey, this is DC Don coming at you again from Lincoln Park in Washington, D.C. I'm going to scan over here and you can see a statue of Mary McLeod Bethune in the middle of the park. It's a beautiful park that you can come and you see people playing with their dogs, relaxing. You see all kind of things out here and all kind of people doing when the weather breaks. I guess this is going to wrap up my Obama Chronicles that I've been doing on education, talking about, the failure of the school system to really educate underprivileged kids, and that doesn't include color. That includes everybody, be you black, white, Asian, Latino. If you really don't have people really fighting for your cause to try to make sure you get everything out of this educational system that you're supposed to get, you're going to come up short. And we need to stop blaming, and that's easy to do, to put a blame on racism. And, I'm not naive enough to say that it doesn't exist, but I think there are a select few people that have used that fear and that crutch to keep us more dependent, not only on the system but on them as well. Because if you really want to be real about it, there's just a select few people who really benefited from in the last 40 years dealing with this so-called racism that they're talking about and the injustice system. As I said before, here's some 40 years later, they still in line, and nobody's in line behind them. But yet, they can tell us about how unfair, white America has been to us. And if truth be told, we're our own worst enemy. We do more damage to ourselves than anybody else. And you can't blame that on racism. You can't blame that on white people. It's just a lack of involvement, a lack of caring. And what I find interesting? Black kids are the only group of kids that can be treated any kind of way. Anything can be done to them. Parents don't even care. They don't even care. There's no other race of people that you can go and treat their children the way black kids are being treated and not expect some retaliation. I mean, a wild animal will attack you if you mess with its young. We don't. We don't seem to care. Why is that? The majority of us don't care. How our kids are being treated. You can play with a lot of things, but my children's not one of them. I don't play that. I don't play that at all. Now, you want to come and attack my children, you got some serious issues with me. And we need to change how we address that issue and place some importance on these kids to let them know that there's somebody fighting for them. Because if nobody's fighting for them, how you think they're gonna fight for their own? I mean, come on, man. It's a generational curse going on here that we have not addressed, and we need to, and stop placing the blame. Because, like I said, this is a generational curse, that goes down through the fathers, to the second, third, fourth, even fifth generation. So maybe this Barack running for president will enlighten a lot of people, will inspire a lot of kids to let them know that they can dream, they can reach. I think a lot of good is going to come out of this. And one thing for certain, he giving Hillary Clinton hell. I mean, she's really catching it because homegirl don't know whether she's going or coming. They trying to put on this big front like they doing so well and like everything is working for them, but nah. If you're doing good, you ain't got to loan yourself no money. You know, if you're gonna read a speech, if you're gonna sit up and speak from, you don't have to sit there and read from a speech that you should know from your heart. You know, I mean, who you talking to if you reading off some paper? And that's what she did. I couldn't believe this, man. Super Tuesday night, she came out and actually read a speech off some paper. You know, but you want the American people to believe you're sincere. Come on, man, get real. You know, so, but what goes around comes around. And I think the 35-year history that she talk about, I think it's some stuff in that history that's finally coming back to bite her. And, you know, it's just Barack's time. So, it's a beautiful day today, y'all. I just thought I'd stop and kick a shout out to the world and tell you, hey, DC is the place to be. And if you really want to give a comment, help yourself. You know, you're more than welcome. Let me know what you think about some of the stuff that I say. I don't mind. Kick a brother some feedback. In the meantime, this is DC Don. Tell Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, y'all got to come to DC this year, okay? DC is the place to be. This is DC Don, and I'm out.